Many celebrities have come out about their dissatisfaction with the no indictment ruling for the police officers involved in the deaths of Michael Brown and Eric Garner.
And our next guest is making his voice heard with a new music video entitled Hands Up. Rapper Uncle Murda, welcome to Arise 360.
Thank you for having me.
And can I just say, on behalf of the hip-hop generation, thank you for addressing this in our format and in our language and taking that step. Now, why did you feel the need to create Hands Up?
Because I didn't feel like nobody else was going to do it as powerful or impactful as I did it with Mano. So I just felt like it was time for me to speak up and not be so negative with it, but be positive, but at the same time really talk about what's going on.
Yeah. Do you feel that other celebrities should take the responsibility to use their voice and their platforms for social change?
Yes, I think some is trying. I know Russell Simmons was out there protesting. I was out there as well with Nas and Kevin Lowe. So I feel like they trying. I know Puff been doing a lot as well too, as far as where he speaking up. So I think we just got to do more, and everybody got to still get involved and don't let it just blow over, because we got to have it sometimes speaking up about things for about 2 weeks or 3 weeks after it happened, and then we'll just forget about it. I think we need to really stay on top of this.
Well, let's take a look at a clip from your video, Hands Up. We have it.
All these unjustified shootings, then they call us animals when we start looting. Them kids ain't had no gun and the police knew it. They need to talk to Obama or let me do it. Yeah.
They just don't understand us.
They don't.
Gotta stay strong, hold on, keep our heads up.
Yeah.
Officer, please don't shoot, cause my hands up.
Don't shoot.
My hands up.
Wow.
Now, your video has sparked a lot of controversy due to its powerful visuals.
Yes.
Why was it so important for you to be so graphic?
I wanted it to get the attention, and I know we had a gun pointed to a cop's head in the video, but that was just to tell people, it's like, what if we decided to react like this instead of protesting or making music trying to express how we feel? But, you know, they was trying to make me look bad for having that image in the video. And like I had to explain to people, we did nothing to that cop in the video. But things that was happening around there, like you see a cop punching a lady in the face, you see them choking out Eric Garner, you see a cop beating up another kid that's in handcuffs.
And this
I tried to tell people, I said, that's
taken.
real footage.
Right.
I said, what we was doing with the gun to the cop head, that was acting. Those was actors, and even while acting, we did no harm to the cop in the video. It was just acting and showing people what if. And these are things that people from my neighborhood deal with every day. Whether you hear about it on the news or not, whether somebody's getting shot or not, when the police approach us, most of the time they don't even pull a badge out to identify us, identify themselves. I mean, they approach you with their gun out, telling you, don't move, freeze. Then they pull a badge out. So that was just like expressing, like, what if it was like this? What if we decided to react this way instead of speaking about it and making music about it, or instead of protesting?
Well, what do you say to some critics who have called you an anti-cop rapper?
You know, they say that because I always voice my opinion about the police, and sometimes I feel like I have to, because we repeatedly see these things happen, from the Sean Bell to the Oscar Grant to the Ezell Ford. Where I'm from, I come from a project called Pink Houses in Brooklyn, East New York. And just last month, a cop killed a kid over there and said it was a mistake. Like, I mean, just a mistake. And I'm curious to see what's going to happen in this case as well. But it just happened last month. So when I speak up about the police, it's just because of what I'm seeing and what I'm going through and what I'm around.
Now, can I ask you, I am equally passionate. You know, as Black people, we are all very passionate about any violence towards our community, specifically by people who are supposed to be sworn to protect us. But I don't hear hip-hop's equal vigilance when it comes to black people just, and I'm not one of those people that believes, you know, people kill where they live, okay?
Exactly.
So the idea of black on black crime to me is a bit of a misnomer. But I hear hip-hop celebrating murder of other black people. But we get mad when a cop does it.
Yeah, and you know, you're right about that. That is a problem. And you know, me and my music, I'm not going to act like I'm a saint or angel in my music. Yes, I talk about things that's violent and negative situations, but that's because of where I come from. things I seen, things I experienced myself going through is coming from a rough neighborhood like that. And I don't think that's cool or right neither, but in our defense, people like me, we don't get paid to protect people in the communities and things of that nature. And I just feel like the police get paid from, hardworking people's tax dollars to protect, not to gun down people or, choke people out and things of that nature. So that'd be my only beef with that.
Well, in 2008, you were actually shot in the head. Is that right?
I'm like the Terminator. It just bounced off the bullet.
I'm saying
just
I don't
bounced
see
off my
any
head.
wounds or.
It was
Teflon.
actually like a little graze. I'm like
Just a graze.
Teflon. They call me Murda Teflon.
So what happened? Did you know who the shooter was?
I think it was the police.
Really?
Yes.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
I've read that.
Wow.
Yeah,
I've read that.
I actually do.
Why?
I don't know who else could get away with something like that because I feel like I'm good at what I do sometimes, not to be, but I don't feel like nobody else could have got away with that except for the police.
Wow. So then that has
And they was
directly
there so
affected.
fast after I got shot. It was like they was there like 2 minutes after I got shot. Like, hey, what happened?
Wow.
I'm like, what happened? I'm looking at them like, y'all coming to finish me off?
Yeah, wow.
So, oh, please.
I was gonna say, so now that we're on you and your past, how did you get the name Uncle Murda? Some people have murder in the title means they actually have murdered. So I'm just trying to be
I murdered the microphone, man. But they used to
Okay.
call me L Murda from back in the days. And the little kids, I used to be signed to Rough Riders, and little kids was coming up saying Uncle Murda. You have their mother or their older sister or aunt. They'd go say, hey, go get some money from your Uncle Murda or things like that. So I used to give little kids in the neighborhood dollars and things of that nature. So that's how the Uncle Murda thing came to play.
Okay. Doing good in the hood. I like that.
Yeah, a little good in the hood. I was trying to be good.
Right. So, go ahead.
Well, looking at the landscape of contemporary hip hop, do you feel like violence is a necessary component to sell in 2014?
I mean, I think it is. I think people just like violence as far as entertainment. Even with your favorite
You can't
movies,
be violent in pop music, though.
You can't be violent in pop music, but even sometimes they might have videos that express violence in the story that they're trying to portray or things of that nature. Just like movies, Taken 3 is coming out. I'm a big fan of Taken. That's a lot of violence. It's entertainment. So music is the same thing. Sometimes people want to hear violence, or you might want to hear a love story, or you might want to hear something uplifting and positive. So it's different genres.
Yeah. Well, where can we go to hear your
Okay.
music?
You can
Hands
go-
Up.
I actually got Hands Up right now. It's on iTunes. You can go there, and the proceeds that we make off that record is actually going to Michael Brown and Eric Garner's family.
Wow.
So I want the
Great
people to know
cause.
that as well.
And is there anything else that we should be doing as a people, to help, in support of this whole situation and the
I mean, just like what you're doing right now, sitting down with me, talking about it, and just, just keeping the awareness out there. Like I said, I don't want this to just blow over and we start talking about what Bill Cosby's going through next week, and we forget about the real life issues at hand. I just want to make sure we don't forget about it, and let's try to help see something get done or change so this don't happen again.
I hear you.
And
All
thank
right.
you again for your contribution
No
to
problem. Thank
this
you.
movement.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all for having me.
All right, we'll be right back with more Arise Entertainment 360.